Hey, 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 it's the weekend and it's day 4, and today we're going to talk about something that is a weekend thing. I want to talk about how self-care is a power move for you as a leader. As we're now firmly into the weekend, Friday's been and gone, hopefully you're enjoying your Saturday. We're going to be talking more about this favorite topic of mine, self-care. Rest, relaxation, taking care of ourselves is a must as a leader. Our brains and our bodies work hard as leaders. And you are the number one asset in your career, in your family, in your team, potentially in the business. It's really, really important that you take care of you. That whole put your own face mask on first before helping others applies so fundamentally to you, your career, and to the impact that you're going to have. Even if you have children, you can't love and support them and bring them up the way you want to if you're burnt out. So I want you to understand self-care is a power move that makes you a great, better leader and will do great things for everything about you, including your relationships. So starting today, I want you to start developing a regular self-care routine. Yes, this is a 30-day leadership challenge and it's going to include self-care. And again, it's right at the beginning, like the Teflon mode one is, because it makes everything else easier. This is actually one of the principles I have with leadership. What can I do today to make everything else easier? So there's a really good reason why Teflon mode as a habit building tool and self-care are right at the beginning of the challenge, because they will make everything else easier. So I want you to start giving yourself permission, if you don't already, to let go of work at weekends. If you can, remove your email application from your phone or at least turn off notifications. Challenge yourself to do a whole weekend without emails or work check-ins. If you can't do that, you think it might not be possible, I will always challenge that in you, but maybe next week during the work week, talk to your team about the fact you're going to be doing that this coming weekend and see what happens. You might just set a really good example to stop burnout in your team as well. Another great self-care tip is to make sure you finish work at a sensible hour and don't read emails just before bed and the whirlwind starts. It's a really great way to deal with Teflon mode. Our brains are far more suggestive late at night, and therefore if we check emails and our brain has a bit of an anxiety mode, right, we're more likely to see that late at night. So don't check your emails just before bed, because you're not going to do anything about it. You're just going to lie in bed and not get a good night's sleep and therefore not be as good dealing with the situation the next day. Don't check emails before bed. Another great one, give yourself 5 minutes of meditation every evening to calm down, to wind down. My favorite self-care thing pre-pandemic was spa days once a month. Whatever it is, I want you to put in place both daily, monthly and annual self-care routines. Spoil yourself. Make yourself feel taken care of. This is so, so important as a leader. You're your number one asset. Everything else that you do and help and influence and care for and nourish and protect relies on you being well. And that isn't just your physical health, which by the way is influenced by how mentally well we are, as we now know. It's also your mental health. Burnout is a real thing. This is a great way to start tackling that. Build self-care into part of your leadership routine. Recognize it is going to elevate your leadership. And as your homework, hop on over to the community Slack channel and tell us what your self-care routine is. Or tell us if you're resisting this and you need a little bit of a pep talk on how to bring self-care in if you're feeling that you're really struggling with some of the things I suggested. I could talk about self-care all day. Only giving you a few nuggets. I will see you over in Slack.